My name is Eric Smith. I was going through a lot of things in my past. I wanted to kill myself for 10 weeks. I didn't know where my life was going. I went to a hospital in Buffalo, New York, and for 10 weeks I planned my own death. At one point, I choked myself to a point where I passed myself out. I didn't know where my life was going, and I didn't know where my life was at that very time and moment until I knew that Jesus was there for me from the start, and I didn't pay attention to the signs until I left Buffalo and when I came to Maryland, and I realized that my life needed a change, and this is the path that Jesus wanted me on. No, I was going through a lot of issues with mentally going through where my life was going to. I didn't know where it was heading me. I didn't pay attention to the signs that Jesus had for me until I came down to Martinsburg. When I got to the mission here in Martinsburg, I kind of panicked. I started to think back, was this the right choice? I started to have anxiety. I had a panic attack. I cried. I didn't know where my life was going to be. And until I realized that this is the path that Jesus wanted me on. And I knew when I came through these doors that things were going to be different. And I knew that Jesus was going to be with me the whole time, guiding me, protecting me, talking to me, and letting me get to the gentleman here. And through his word, through his message to me, I can pass it on to the gentleman here. My godparents, my grandmother and my grandfather, they were my spiritual folks that got me into church. I went to the Lighthouse Baptist Church in Buffalo, New York. I was baptized. I knew Jesus. I knew that Jesus was my Savior. I knew that if I just reached out to Him, He would reach out to me. I went to the Lighthouse Baptist Church for almost 10 years. I came down here, and then I got myself linked with New Beginning Baptist Church, and that's been my church ever since. My growth with Jesus has gone from here to way above, where my spiritual connection with Him has healed a lot of my traumas that I've been through in my past, and I've realized that going through the things that I went through my past, I can always lean on Jesus, and because I know that He's always going to be there for me, and I never have to worry, because the path that He's got me on is going to be one of the most amazing journeys that He has laid for me, and I will never ever abandon that man or his faith or His word. I see myself in a couple months keeping the word with the folks that are here. The gentlemen, keep leaning on them by letting them know that faith is the way, understanding and opening and looking clear down the path that Jesus has you on. I want to be a public speaker. I want to, in my distant future, I would like to become a social worker and help folks that have been through the things that I've been through, and letting them know that Jesus pulled me out of that dark hole that I was in for a very long time, so that I can see them heal, and I can let them know that Jesus is the way. If you pay attention to the things that He's tugging at your heart, life will always become more easier. When you come through the doors of the mission, you're going to see and feel Jesus' presence. You're going to see the gentlemen here, you're going to see the staff members here that have helped out so many folks. This community is so amazing that you come here, you're going to feel Jesus. You come here, you're going to hear the word that Jesus has put into these gentlemen's mouths who you go to chapel with, who you go to the disciple classes with, and the gentlemen that are walking through here. These people have so much knowledge and so much heart for God, like myself. If you choose this place, you will find peace, hope, because it lives in this place.